What's going on, family? This last video sent to me from, I ain't gonna put his name out. He asked me not to put his name out. But anyway, this was a Minnesota man being shot by his neighbor. And the police didn't originally arrest him at first. He has been arrested now, but this man was shot by his neighbor who he had complained to the police about 19 times. There's something really going on, man. There's something really sinister going on. This man tried to kill this man. And I'm gonna show you the video of this man being shot in his chest or neck, in his neck, and he fell down. And then the police Minneapolis police didn't arrest this man at first until the people started making a big story.
This was a shocking moment caught on camera. Video obtained by our NBC affiliate KARE 11 shows David Matori trimming a tree outside his Minneapolis home Wednesday when, according to court documents, a bullet was fired from his neighbor's upstairs window.
The bullet went down through my neck and then all the way back to my spine.
Matori told NBC affiliate KARE 11 he's also recovering from broken ribs and a concussion. Adding, the last 11 months since he and his wife moved in, they've been living a nightmare next door to John Shawshak. Court documents show the victim called police 19 times prior to the shooting for incidents including harassment, hate speech, and verbal threats. It also says Shawshak suffers from mental illness. Shawshak has been charged with attempted murder, but he is not in jail. Police allowing him to stay in his home because they say he's a threat to himself and others.
The likelihood of an armed, violent confrontation where we may have to use deadly force with the suspect in this case is high.
That excuse sparking community outrage.
We have to take violent criminals off the street. So I'm not a police officer. I don't know how that gets done, but I know it needs to get done.
Police say Shawshak rarely leaves his home, and the department has not set an arrest date.
We are not going to bust the door down, guns blazing, and get into a deadly force situation, but we will ensure the community will be safe.
Matori says he feels the Minneapolis Police Department failed to protect his family by not arresting his neighbor when they needed them most.
If you're saying you're scared, what does that do to me, you know? Like, you have this body armor, you have professional training.
Dana Griffin, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and time.
All I can say is this man shot this man from his window. He has called the police on this particular man 19 times in 11 months of living next to this man. And the police still hasn't arrested the man. Now he has been arrested, but they didn't initially arrest him until the people came out and started coming against the police. And you heard what the police said. He's not going to bust down the door and get into a firefight with this man. If this man is a menace to society, he should be taken off the street immediately. I guarantee you, and I hate to come up with race, but if this was a black man or a Hispanic man, they'd have took his ass off the street immediately. They'd have sent SWAT, they'd have sent so many dogs in that house, a robot, whatever it took to get this person arrested immediately. And I don't want to hear about no mental illness. Mental illness, I don't make light of mental. Let me say this. I'm not making light of mental illness, but this is attempted murder. You shot this man in broad daylight. Luckily, this man got it on camera. All he was doing is cutting his tree down. And you shot this. You tried to kill this man. You tried to literally kill this man. And I'm with that brother. He said, if the police act like they scared him, what you think? What you think about me? Of course, that man was afraid. Now, especially when you out there. All right, if we get into a little argument, maybe even a tussle, maybe you know what I mean, stuff like that. But once a gun get in play, and you actually shoot me, and I could have died. You took me from my family. I don't know if I'm waiting on the police at that point. I don't know if I'm waiting on the police at that point. And I'm not trying to say, hey, you need to go in there and do whatever, because I won't say what I would do, but I'm just saying I probably ain't waiting on the dang police. You trying to take me away from my wife and kids, buddy. I don't want to hear about no damn mental illness at that point. You tried to kill me. You tried to kill my family. You tried to kill my brother. You tried to kill my husband. Whoever, bro, at that point, that woman should be looking at you. Tried to kill my husband. The kids should be looking at you. Tried to kill my dad. I don't want to hear about a mental illness at that point. Mental illness is real. Yes, I do believe that. But the minute that man pulled that trigger and killed and shot that man could have died. Last thing I want to hear about your mental. If that's the case, you should be in a mental institution. And living next to somebody for 11 months and having to call the police 19 times is a problem. There's no, it's something else bigger than mental illness. It's something else. I don't know if it's racism. I don't know, but it's something else going on besides that. And one of us probably would have had to leave at this point. Like I said, this man has been arrested now, and if I'm not mistaken, he was on $1 million bond when I looked it up. And then they gave him with $1 million bond with no condition, but then a $600,000 bond with several conditions, and he couldn't make bail or something like that. He's right where he needs to be. He don't need to be back next to that man. He don't need to be nowhere near that family. You know, if I had a neighbor like that, and we got problems like that, one of us got to go. One of us have to go. I'm not living in fear. Either you gonna take me out, or I'm gonna take you out, or you gonna move away, or I'm gonna move. So I'm not living there for 11 months. Not when my family's there. Because we're gonna end up going to war. And I don't know this brother. He seemed like a very meekful brother when you hear him speak in the hospital bed. But all this man was doing is trying to cut his tree down in his yard and got hit, shot. I don't want to hear about that. No mental illness shit. If that's the case, this man should have been in a institution long time ago. And you couldn't have did that to my brother. You couldn't have did that to my dad. You couldn't have did that to my son. I'm quite upset, man. When I saw this video last night for the first time, and it was sent to me in my email, yeah, I was disturbed because there's no way a person in a right mind, and I understand mental illness, but there's no way a person can go around just shooting people. I don't know the Minnesota gun laws like that. I don't know. But there's no way this man should ever get out of prison, jail. He hadn't been convicted. So in America is innocent until proven guilty. But there's so much evidence there. There's so much evidence. And if he somehow found mentally ill, he should be locked away in a mental institute for the rest of his life. He should not get out, period. And that's just how I feel. If you want more, I give shout out, get content creators they credit. Their link is in the description. If you would, you like this channel, please like, subscribe, share, man. We greatly appreciate any form of likeness, I should say. But with that said, man, I'm Abrew Yashar'el. Peace and shalom. And follow the story up, man. See what's going on with it. Talk to you soon.